Schwartz here again, coming at you from my nerd cave. As I film this, it's only a few days until Whovians across the globe have a group nerdgasm, as we all view the simulcast of the 50th anniversary Doctor Who special, The Day of the Doctor. I gotta tell you, the web promos have gotten me pretty excited, and it's really cool to see a lot of the specials that they're playing on BBC America, not to mention they've been marathoning Doctor Who episodes since, about Monday, right? But my enthusiasm is a little bit guarded. For me, the writing of the second half of Season 7 has been a bit... nah. Okay, it's not just because I miss Karen and Arthur. Yeah, I do miss them. They were great. But their time is over. Let's all move on. And it's not because I think Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman don't have chemistry. I think they do. Even though some parts of her character arc have felt a bit forced. There's simply something, I don't know, just off about the second half of Season 7. I can't quite quantify it. It just leaves me a bit unsatisfied. But doesn't stop me from watching. It's still a pretty cool show, right? At the very least, they've had some really cool guest stars, like David Warner, Ben Browder. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Browder. I didn't even recognize him when I first saw him. Not to mention, Galvatron. How many people noticed Galvatron when he showed up, right? I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Remember that part? I do. Plus, we've seen more of Madame Vastra, Jenny, and Strax. I mean, hey, more of them is never a bad thing. Honestly, I think they're awesome enough that they could have their own spin-off series. Whether that happens or not, who knows, but we do know that we're going to see more of them in Series 8. So, anyway, introducing John Hurt as the Doctor. But hold the phone! Not the Doctor. The skeleton in the closet. The one who broke the promise. The one who did what he did in the name of peace and sanity. But not in the name of the Doctor. So there he is, John Hurt. John Hurt as the War Doctor, as he's being called. Whether that's official or not, I don't remember at this moment. But he's the one, not Eccleston, who fought in the Time War. The one who's responsible for wiping from history the Daleks and the Time Lords. Even though they did pretty much bring the Daleks back about, 4 times, and the Time Lords back at least once, so I guess they really weren't wiped from history, but point is, turns out Christopher Eccleston's straight-talking, shoot-from-the-hip, big-eared U-boat captain of a doctor is not the one who fought in the Time War, like some or a lot, I don't know, of us thought. I mean, no way it could have been Paul McGann, because his doctor's a lover, not a fighter. And hey, how about that webisode? It was pretty cool seeing him in action again, huh? Well, I thought it was cool. So anyway, why are the 3 Doctors together? In 1973's The 3 Doctors, it was the Time Lords who brought the first 3 Doctors together in order to defeat a rogue Time Lord. Later, 1983, for the 20th anniversary special, it was a rogue Time Lord who used a time scoop to bring the first 5 Doctors together for his own nefarious purposes. So who or what is responsible this time? Is it the Time Lords? Are they being brought back again, even though they're supposedly been wiped from history? Or are there any rogue Time Lords in hiding somewhere? Is John Hurt the rogue Time Lord? Or is this some sort of cosmic accident, perhaps caused by all the tampering, rewriting, and rebooting of the history of the entire universe that's been taking place over the last few years? And, you know, what's with Billie Piper showing up? Does that mean that Tennant is actually playing the Dr. Donna that was left in the parallel universe? Probably not. Most notably because Matt Smith specifically says, I remember this. I kind of remember this. Meaning that he has some of the Tennant Doctor's memory of this specific event, tumbling about in his brain. And you know what? I liked Rose. I understand that she's extremely popular amongst New Whovians, but I am sick and tired of a parallel universe that supposedly can never be reopened, being reopened again and again. It's lazy, irresponsible writing, even for a kid's TV show. Now, on the other hand, I'd hate for them to go the Star Trek Generations route and say that she's some sort of shadow Rose that came up out of the heart of the TARDIS. That would... no. Mm-mm. Speaking of which, did they ever explain how the Master got out of the Eye of Harmony? I mean, I don't remember if they explained that or they just retconned it away. Last but not least, some of us older Whovians are in for a bit of a nerdy treat. I've eyed some references in some of the promo materials. For example, there's a direct callback to 73's The Two Doctors.
I can see you've been doing the TARDIS up a bit. I don't like it.
Oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it.
New character Osgood, unit scientist and assistant to Kate Stewart. She wears a muffler scarf that looks like it could have been stolen from Tom Baker's Doctor. Tom Baker's Doctor, by the way, being almost my first Doctor, and definitely my favorite Doctor. I mean, come on, he was so cool and happy-go-lucky as he would plop down on the couch in the house of the villain, order a tea from his butler, and then look that villain right in the eye with a twinkle and a crooked grin, and dare that villain to try to win. Speaking of which, in the 80s, I went to England. One of the things I did is I tried Jelly Babies. Oh, they're not all that. Seriously. So speaking of Lethbridge Stewart's daughter, did you notice in one of the promo videos there were two of her? No. Was this just some sort of promotional gimmick that when we actually see the episode it's going to turn out to be nothing? Does it show some kind of temporal instability that occurs because of the events of this special? Is the duplicate Kate Stewart some sort of leakage from the parallel universe? How much or how little of the Time War are they going to show us? That footage looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? How do the figures disappearing from the paintings work into the plot? And, most importantly, will the Doctor ever forgive himself? So there we have it. Despite some misgivings, I'm really looking forward to the 50th anniversary special. I hope you are too. And I'm curious to see what the fan reaction is going to be. We will see in a couple of days. Thanks for watching.